So Killing Floor 2's next update, Killing Floor 2 Summer Update 2020, Summer Sideshow, Space Pirates. I'm not sure exactly what the theme is, they haven't announced it yet. However, we have seen the cosmetics for them, and I'll talk about them in a little bit here, and actually leave a link to them in the description below, so you can check them out for yourself. But anyways, it's heavy on Space Pirates, and there's some really cool cosmetics in there that I'm itching to get. Anyways, to the big news, there's 4 new weapons in this update and 1 new map, and they are tweaking some existing weapons as well. Hey guys, this is Chris with B&B Gaming. Welcome back, and I hope you're doing amazing today. And if you weren't, I bet you are now, because we finally got news on the guns, right? And man, there's some cool ones in here. But anyways, to start with, I have a PSA that the update is on schedule, so there's no delays because of the beer virus or anything like that. And you're probably wondering, when exactly can we expect the update to come out for Xbox, PS4, and PC? They haven't announced an official release date yet. However, my guess would be Tuesday, June 11th, which is, I believe, the second Tuesday in June, which is when it launched last year. As far as the new map goes, they announced it to be Desolation by Delta Ranger. So the lore behind Desolation is that it's an abandoned Horzine Black Ops complex, and Horzine is sending us in to see if there's clues to find the Patriarch. Now, Desolation features an outside area and an inside area with multiple levels, and I did actually get to play it a bit yesterday, and it's actually interesting because there's a generator mechanic in the game where you have to activate the generator, otherwise it's as dark as Farmhouse. And in the interior, you can barely see the crawlers crawling on the floor to, bite your toes off or whatever. And honestly, at first I didn't know where the generator was, so I'm just running around, just hot cussing away. Just like, this map is so freaking hard. You have no idea where anything's coming from. You find the generator switch, turn on the lights. It's like, well, this is not bad at all. This is actually a really good map. So maybe I'll need to make a video like 2 seconds long to show everyone where the generator switch is, because once you find it, the map is actually really, really good. Now, the great news about Desolation is it's compatible with survival mode, endless mode, the weeklies, and versus modes. If you're interested in trying out Desolation on PC before the PC beta starts, which I'm guessing will be next week or the week after, well, anyways, if you want to download it early and try it out from the Steam Workshop, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Now, in the second blog post, they talk about 2 weapons they're improving in this update, and also 3 perk skills. The first weapon they talk about is the Seeker 6. Here they say that they're increasing the explosive radius, they're slightly increasing the damage, they're going to be reducing the arming distance, which they say will allow for better near trash clearing, but at a risk, which I can see myself dying from this, because it's like one of my favorite weapons. Well, anyways, along with that, they're also lowering the weight of the weapon, so hopefully we'll be able to, combine it with other weapons with the demo and also the survivalist. Now, the second weapon they're going to be working on here is the MAC-10. With the MAC-10, they say the main thing they're doing is they're reducing the DOSH price of the weapon. So I'm assuming instead of 1100 DOSH, it's going to be 650. So we'll have an option between that, the Thompson, and the Bullpup. In addition to that, they say they're also going to be doing minor damage increases and also tweaking its incapacitation power. Next, they talk about different perk skills they're working on. To start with, they're working on the Field Medic's acidic rounds. Here they say that they're going to be increasing its damage. And if you've been playing Killing Floor for a while now, I've been playing for like 3 or 4 years, they've been tinkering around with this skill a couple different times now. Here's a suggestion I have. Instead of increasing its damage, have it just slow down the Zeds. I think that would add something different to the Field Medic, and probably solve the problem of having to rebalance this skill over and over again. The next perk skill they're working on is the Survivalist Melee Expert, and here again they're saying they're improving its damage. And later on in the video, when I talk about the new weapons, and one of them's for Berserker, I think it might actually play into Melee Expert on Survivalist, and I'll talk about that in a little bit here. And finally, for Berserker, they're working on Berserker Rage. Now, they're actually changing how Berserker Rage works. So currently what happens when Z time occurs, Berserker Rage basically causes all the Zeds to run away. Well, they're changing that, so instead of running away, they're just going to be rooted in place, so you can whack them in the face with your shovel. Now, along with the weapon and perk skill improvements, they're also making 2 UI changes. The first thing they're doing is they're adding Skip Trader as an on-screen pop-up, similar to the Kick Player Vote, so it'll be more obvious to players when, you can save 10 seconds and get into the game again. The next UI improvement they're making is they're having healing over time appear on the health bar. So normally what happens is you shoot somebody with your healing darts and they slowly heal in, I don't know what it is, 5 seconds or something, and you don't really know, how much of their health it's actually going to heal. Well, now we'll actually be able to see, what's actually going on there. So instead of shooting one guy with 20 darts, you can actually turn your healing darts towards me and give me a couple heals once in a while. Come on, medic. Now, as far as cosmetics in the Killing Floor 2 Summer Update 2020 Summer Sideshow, Space Pirates, again, I don't know what it's called. Well, anyways, I'll leave a link to it in the description below if you're interested in checking them out for yourself. Now, one interesting thing that I'm excited about with this, it looks like to me that essentially we can buy every cosmetic in this update with direct purchase. So we still need to purchase it in a bundle, but there's no more, buy 10 keys to get the battle scarred, neon, whatever, and throw your controller experience anymore. So we'll be able to throw down our money and be able to get the skins we want. Now finally, what I'm really excited about are the new weapons coming in this update. To start with, they revealed the HRG Kaboom Stick. I love that name. Anyways, they say it's similar to the HX-25 grenade pistol, the starting grenade pistol for the Demolitionist, and I don't know, but it says with more pellets. So I don't know if that means necessarily that one shot has more pellets, or if they're referring to, both barrels. Well, anyways, the Kaboom Stick is going to be for the Demolitionist. And just like the standard double-barreled shotgun, it also has an alt fire that fires both barrels at the same time. Now, the second new weapon they revealed is the HRG Test Launcher. Now, this bad boy is for the Berserker, and it says that it fires microwave rounds like the microwave gun, and its alt fire is it shoots out EMP grenades. Now, I asked him on Twitter whether or not the Test Launcher is going to work with Skirmisher on the Berserker, because, the nail gun for years, basically what would happen is you'd have the Eviscerator out, you would run faster because a Skirmisher switch to the nail gun and slow down, and you're like, what the hell? Well, anyways, just to confirm, I asked him about the Test Launcher, and the Test Launcher will work with Skirmisher, so you will run fast with it. Now, the interesting thing here is, earlier in the video I talked about them working on Survivalist Melee Expert. The HRG Test Launcher is a Berserker weapon, so it is a melee weapon, so it should work with Melee Expert. So I'm thinking some interesting builds might be the Test Launcher and the Nail Gun, the Test Launcher and the Eviscerator on Survivalist. Now, the third weapon they revealed is the Glock 18C for the Gunslinger, and according to its description, it has an integrated silencer. Anyways, in the blog post it says if you're using a single Glock 18C, you're going to have the option of switching between semi-automatic and automatic. However, if you choose to go akimbo, or two of them, it's going to be full auto only. Now, in the blog post it also says that the Glock 18C is a different weapon from the previously released G18 and Riot Shield combination. The G18C features a new model, textures, animations, video effects, sound effects, and gameplay differences. Now, the final new weapon they revealed, and again this is a paid weapon DLC, is the Blunderbuss. And I think this is kind of going along with the Space Pirate theme. Well, anyways, the Blunderbuss is going to be for the support and the Demolitionist. Now, this Blunderbuss is going to feature a drum with 3 cannonballs. So with the cannonballs, they basically explode when they hit a surface or they hit a Z. However, you're going to have the option of shooting a cannonball, keeping the trigger held in, and it's going to delay the explosion until you release the trigger. Another facet to the blunderbuss is it's going to feature an alt fire, and according to Tripwire on Twitter, it sounds like instead of the cannonball blowing up, it's going to cause it to blow up into shrapnel. And in my mind, I think kind of like the gunslinger's shrapnel grenades. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of the 4 new weapons? What do you think of Desolation? The improvements to the perk skills? The UI improvements? Let me know what you think. To start with, I think Desolation is actually a really fun map. I did have the generator turn off during a boss fight, and I did survive, but it was it was sweaty. As far as the weapon improvements go, the Seeker 6 is one of my favorite weapons, so buff that weapon all you want because I love it already. You can, hey, add some more damage to it. It sounds good to me. As far as the Mac 10 goes, I think it's fine on Firebug. I think where it needs to be improved is for the SWAT. Honestly, I'd like to see it have more fire damage to it so it could be more useful maybe on a boss or maybe even a flesh bomb. Maybe you could help burn them down or something. As far as the perk skills, acidic rounds, as I talked about earlier, I think they've addressed this so many times. Again, my suggestion is maybe it would slow down Zeds. I think that would be interesting. Now with Survivalist Melee Expert, again, I think Nailgun and the new test launcher, that might be really interesting. And finally, Berserker Rage, I guess we'll have to try it out and see if it's better. Now, as far as my favorite part of every update, the new weapons, the HRG Kaboom Stick, sign me up because the HX25 pistol, grenade pistol, is one of my favorite weapons, so I'm assuming the Kaboom Stick is going to be amazing. As far as the test launcher goes for Berserker, I'm really interested to try this out. I'm curious, are you going to want to use these grenades a lot? Is that going to be useful? I'm also curious what the weight is of it. Will we be able to use this and the Eviscerator? Next, the Glock 18Cs for the Gunslinger. I'm really hoping these are going to be amazing. Maybe they'll give the Gunslinger more of a spray and pray option, where you can just spray bullets everywhere and, have some fun. It should be interesting. Now, finally, with the Blunderbuss for the support and demolitionist, I think this weapon has a chance to be really special. Now, I have no clue. I haven't used it, so I don't know if it's any good. But they describe 2 different ways you can use this weapon. The first way is that it has an alt fire that I'm assuming instead of the cannonball blowing up, it actually blows up in the shrapnel, kind of like the gunslinger grenade. And they also describe the function of being able to shoot a cannonball and control when it blows up. And I think both of those are really interesting. So I'm really excited about trying these out.